Welcome to Student Connections, where students connect with their community.
Welcome to Student Connections on M6, your hometown station. I'm Joel Dorsey, and today I'm with Dr. Wightman, the Superintendent of Marysville Public Schools. How are you doing?
Hey, Joel.
You started as Superintendent last November. How is your second year going so far?
Things are going great so far this year. Thanks for asking.
That's nice to hear about it. There are many different jobs in the public education. What made you want to go into administration?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. One of the things that you'll realize when you go through your life is that sometimes things find you. When I started teaching and everything, I had a great building administrator. Her name is Joyce Heron-Taylor. She kind of encouraged me to go into the administrative field and everything because she saw some positive things in me that she felt might be beneficial as a school leader.
What are some of the positions you held before this job?
Well, when I first started teaching, I worked as a middle school teacher. I taught math and social studies to 7th and 8th grade students. I also was an elementary classroom teacher for 4th and 5th grade students. I left the classroom and became a Title I Section 31A coordinator. That basically is a person in charge of state and federal funding and special programs and projects such as reading recovery and things like that. From there I became an instructional specialist, helping teachers in their craft and what they do in the classroom with students. And then from there I became a principal and now superintendent here in Marysville.
Wow, that sounds like a very long journey. What's the best part of your job?
I'm going to be honest with you, I think the best part of my job here in Marysville is working with great people. Every day I get an opportunity not only to network and to work with individuals in the district who are experts in their field, but I get an opportunity to work with them and to further and move our district forward.
What is a typical day like in your job?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think my job here in the district is typical from day to day. It's different, very different from day to day. For example, I always have a lot of meetings I have to attend. I deal with parent concerns, I deal with student concerns, staff concerns, and so on. And sometimes even dealing with the weather. For superintendents like myself, snow is a 4-letter word. Sometimes you make the right decision, sometimes you don't, but in the end, I always make it a decision based upon what's best for kids.
Marysville had taken a huge construction and technology project in 2010. How are the facilities holding up, and how are we staying up to date with technology?
Well, I think our infrastructure here in the district is holding up very well. Over the past summer and everything, we had 2 buildings that had some repairs and improvements and with regards to our roofing. With regards to technology, as you know, the Board of Education in the district has invested a lot in technology. We have now purchased brand new Chromebooks for all new 5th graders and all of our 9th graders transitioning from 8th grade into the high school this year. So we have more devices that we're purchasing here in the district for kids to use. But the other part of it is, with the purchase of more devices, we have to also improve our infrastructure in terms of Wi-Fi in each of our buildings. So we had some initial problems dealing with Wi-Fi issues, some dropouts in our areas in some of our buildings, but we were able to troubleshoot, figure some things out, and purchase more access points in each of the schools, and that has helped out tremendously because we could say here in our district we truly are K through 12, a technology-driven, student-centered district, and without these types of devices and equipment and everything, technically we wouldn't be preparing our students for the future.
That has been very interesting. We'll be back more after this.
Vision loss is not something that you feel until it happens.
Most people lose their vision from diseases like macular degeneration and glaucoma, not at birth.
3 million Americans have glaucoma, and half don't even know it.
11 million people in the United States have macular degeneration.
So many eye disorders can be treated if caught early.
Make a plan today to get your eyes checked.
Visit brightfocus.org to learn more.
If you are struggling to pay energy bills, always contact your utility provider first for shut-off prevention or payment plans. For other available energy, weatherization, and assistance programs, call 211 or the Michigan Public Service Commission at 1-800-292-9555. You can also visit their website at michigan.gov/mpsc for more information. A public service message from the Michigan Public Service Commission.
Hello, and welcome back to Student Connections. I'm Joel Dorsey, and I have been talking to Dr. Wightman. At the At the end of the last school year, we had 16 teachers retire this fall, and we have 18 new teachers. How have they been doing?
From what I understand, they've been doing outstanding. I've talked to our building administrators. They're very impressed with our staff that we just hired over the course of this past year. I've had an opportunity to visit several classrooms. For example, I've been to Mrs. Allman's classroom. She's one of our middle school teachers. She teaches language arts to our 7th and 8th grade students. She's done a phenomenal job making connections with not only staff, but also working closely with our kids, developing relationships with them. And she's been fantastic. We're very pleased.
Are there any teachers like you may miss or you wish they were still here with us?
Well, there were several staff members that have retired, that have moved on and done other things, or are doing other things with their lives. But I'd have to say Kim Mattis has been a tremendous loss here to the district this past year, and we all miss her tremendously and everything, but you know, it's one of those things we have to deal with and move on, so. Yeah.
Has there been any changes in the educational program and the elementary level this year?
Yeah, we've had several new changes this year. We have implemented a multi-tiered system of supports. That basically is a system where we get kids that are high achieving, students who are at grade level, and students who are having some challenges academically. We want to make sure we provide the appropriate services for them. For example, we added Dyslexia Core Reading 5, which is a computer-based adaptive program for all kids, so that they can actually improve their literacy in five specific areas: comprehension, vocabulary development, fluency, phonological awareness, and phonics. So the program has been pretty effective so far this year. We're looking forward to seeing our results at the very end of the year and to see how much of an impact it has had. Another thing that we've brought into the district is corrective reading, which is a program for our students that are having some difficulties in the areas of decoding and comprehension. So we've got those two programs that are a little bit different and unique to the district here this year and everything, but it seems like it's having a positive impact on their achievement.
The middle school has a new principal and assistant principal. How's that been going so far?
Jay Schultz, Mr. Schultz, principal of the building over at Marysville Middle School, and Mr. Frickin, who is also the assistant principal there. I call them our dynamic duo. They're new employees to us in their current positions. They're not necessarily new to the district because they've been teaching in the district for a number of years. But they've had a tremendous impact on the Marysville Middle School, a lot of new energy and positive things that are happening this year. We're very pleased with their work.
I know when I was in elementary school that Mr. Frickin used to be my gym teacher and Mr. Schultz used to be my math teacher. Two good people in my book.
Yeah, I agree with you. We're very happy to have them.
School of choice is big for every school, including Marysville. Why do you think it's so appealing to the parents to choose Marysville schools?
Well, there's no secret that in the Blue Water area, Marysville Public Schools is the best school district. And I think parents in the Blue Water area know that. And they want the very best for their kids. And that's probably the reason, and primary reason as to why people choose to come to Marysville. I'm going to give you a specific number. We have over 400 students that are school of choice, students that come to Marysville schools that are non-residents to the district, and families choose our district because not only of the programs and services, but our reputation.
Testing is a big indicator in school success. What are your thoughts on switching from the ACT to the SAT and the new M-STEP test?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, with regards to the new assessment that the 11th grade students are going to be taking this year with the SAT, I don't really have too much of an answer with regards to that because we haven't had the assessment administered yet. I do know this: if I'm a junior here in Marysville, I would definitely take the ACT also, because these scores get reported to those colleges that you apply to, and you want to have the best opportunity to go to the place of your choice. So the preparation that we've made up until this point has been predominantly focused in on the ACT. We're now moving towards the SAT, and I recommend that all of our juniors take the ACT as well. Now, with regards to the M-STEP assessment, that's a unique assessment new to the district here and around the state, because initially we've been taking the MEP test, which has been predominantly paper and pencil. This new assessment is electronic, and we had found last year that we had a little bit of a problem with the electronic assessment because a lot of our kids weren't really accustomed to typing on a keyboard and also navigating and using a mouse on a screen in front of them. So we've kind of remedied that a little bit. We've got more technology classes being offered to our students K through 8, so that's not really an issue. But the goal is to take the information that we get from the MSTEP, to dissect it, to figure out how we're doing in certain areas, and if there are some things that we need to improve upon, we take the results and we focus on those areas so we can better prepare our students for not only the next grade, but also for their futures when they leave the district.
This has been very interesting, Dr. Wightman. Thank you. I'm Joel Dorsey, and this has been Student Connections on M6 Germantown Station. Thank you for joining us.